you feeling, big fella? Good to see you, man.
Good to see you guys too. I'm feeling really good. Had a good spring. Just trying to finish strong with my class.
Absolutely. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. But how is the semester going from an academic standpoint?
Semester's going pretty good. All A's and B's right now, so I'm just trying to maintain that.
That a boy. That a boy. The prince.
Yeah.
Showing off. I'd imagine that the queen doesn't stand for C's and D's, though, bro.
Oh, no, yeah. She doesn't. They don't play about that. Yeah.
Dude, we were talking as a staff. You are much more than a pass rusher, right? Like, I think people, when recruiting, people understood that. But over the first 2 years, you had a specialty that LSU recognized, and you perfected it, man. I mean, you've been recognized all SEC. Like we said, a lot of the mock drafts have you in the top 10 going early on because of that skill set. It looks like Coach House and this defensive staff had said, all right, we know he can get to the quarterback. And when it's down and time for him to do that, we're going to unleash him and let him go get him. But we're also going to show him off all of what he can do. What was your growth? What was your role that you found this spring? How was spring for you?
Spring was very, very good for me. You know, especially Coach House coming in from the Chiefs, just bringing so much knowledge that I didn't know coming in. So, you know, just showing off my skill set. Last year, they tried to show it off a little bit in the last 6 games with playing more of a dropping end. So this spring, I'm just trying to, you know, build my leadership role, be more vocal, bring more guys along. And like you said, not just be able to pass rush, but be more effective in the run game, setting better edges, and just showcasing more dominance in the defense.
Do you feel comfortable in that role, more comfortable in that role?
Most definitely, you know, being here for going on 3 years now, just watching guys like Dre and Damone, seeing how they led, just makes me more comfortable in myself, being able to be more vocal and just know how to bring guys along.
Yeah, for sure. When you go out to practice, just as somebody that is not a part of the team, whether it's somebody like us who's covering the team or like scouts that I've talked to that was at Pro Day, they are all raving about the defensive line. They all look at your group and say there are multiple pros and there's multiple high-round draft pick pros on that unit. What do you make of the group that you're playing alongside, and what is the expectation for the defensive line going into this year?
I think the expectation for defensive line every year, I think, is very high. Especially, you know, Coach Kane, he's a great coach, coaches with a lot of energy. We have a lot of guys stepping up this year. We got Jaquelin Roy, and we already know Mason Smith, Ollie Gay. I like Mekhi Wingo. His motor is crazy. We got Big Tank, Jacobian.
Yeah.
So all these guys, they had a great spring. Just retaining knowledge and being able to translate it to the field, and especially as our groups emerge and try to build that chemistry, I think we did a very good job. Every day we're battling with the O-line. So this whole spring was just very, very well in my opinion, and just building team chemistry and just getting that little edge that we need.
Mekhi Wingo's name keeps coming up. Everybody we talk to, they keep bringing. He came over here last week, and we had a great sit down and discussion with him. What has the Missouri transfer brought to the room? It seems like he's got a ton of energy.
Yeah, he has a lot of energy. His motor is out this world, man. That he knows how to play some ball. So it's gonna be exciting playing with him alongside me.
Jamar Cain was a big get. It felt like for LSU, whether it was getting him away from Oklahoma or preventing him from going other places. It seems like he's had a really big impact early on your guys. What has been the impact that the defensive line coach has made?
I think he just made a good impression on us, being able to mesh well with the group, just matching our energy. You know, the D-line has a lot of energy, a lot of characters in the room, so he does a great job just managing all that and just being able to coach us with a lot of energy as well.
Matt House, you mentioned him coming in. What has he brought to the defense early on?
He just you know, his biggest thing is effort. So the whole defense is preaching effort, strain, but he's bringing a lot of detail. He's bringing a lot of you know, almost like you're at the next level. I don't know what that feels like, but it just feels like that kind of you know, next level feel. A lot of detail to defense, a lot of adjustments and stuff that we have to get on the fly, but as we go on, it's getting easier and easier to adjust to the way things are going.
A listener has a question, and it's an interesting one. John Quav asks, ask BJ if he watched any film on Josh Allen, who the former Kentucky linebacker, who's now in the NFL, who played under Coach House. Has he put you on any of his former players to say, hey, look, watch him because this is the role you're going to serve?
Most definitely. Josh Allen, his name comes up a lot. You know, we have a lot of similarities in play style. So Coach House definitely encouraged me to watch him in college and his NFL tape.
You know, when Coach House's stock really went up, I thought locally is when Tyrann Mathieu sat down with us and he really raved about Coach House being the linebackers coach in Kansas City and just some of the meetings and things that he picked up from House in preparation. I think Matthew's got 12 picks over the last 3 seasons, and he accredits like 8 of them to House by just listening to the preparation. What has been anything specific that House has kind of taught you, whether it be in the film room that you've seen carry over to the field and say, wow, this has made an instant impact on my game?
Yeah, like you said, Tyrann Mathieu, he really just said Coach House is going to put you in a position to make the play. And I definitely believe that, seeing that in the spring, putting guys in position to get picks, make sacks, putting guys in position to use their skill set to the best of their ability to make plays. So I definitely felt that, you know, with me, like you said, rushing, putting me in positions, not just rushing from an edge, but rushing from different areas of the field. So I think that's one way he used my skill set.
How cool was that to hear from Tyrann like you guys did? That seemed like that carried a lot of weight in that room.
Oh yeah, it was definitely motivational, especially, you know, seeing somebody who played at LSU, who wore number 7, who went on to the league to win a Super Bowl, and especially when you have the defense coordinator that coached him now coaching us. So you know, everything he said, I took to the heart, and it sounded like he was speaking from, you know, a lot of emotion. So it was a very great moment for the whole team.
BJ, it seems like this team is tight. It seems like y'all like each other. It seems like y'all get along in the locker room. I don't mean that's easy maybe to just read through quotes and read through people coming in here, but there seems to be a very sense of pride that's there and it's growing.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I think people are just holding everybody more accountable. We got the SWAT program that's holding everybody accountable. So everything that you do, everything that you say, or all your actions are being accounted for. So guys are being more, you know, attentive, attending more, you know, meetings and tutoring sessions, going to class. So I just think everybody's held at a more higher standard. So when you see other people raising their level, you just can't, you know, continue to sit at the bottom. Everybody else is going to continue to raise their level.
You're one of the faces of this team. You're somebody that has high expectation around you. What is your relationship like with Coach Kelly, and what is the impact that he's made on you and the team? What have you seen from him early on?
I think Coach Kelly, he's a great head coach, great leader. He has a plan, and I'm just here to, you know, follow his plan to my best ability. But he knows what to do. He knows how to win. So just me being one of the leaders, I have to, you know, carry everybody else along to follow his plan the right way. But him and his staff, they do an amazing job getting the point across, and getting, like, the way they want things to be done across. So I think he does a great job in that. But besides that, I haven't really you know, too much conversation with him, because I don't really like to say much. But so far he's been a great coach.
How about Jacob Flint? How about the strength coach? It seems like now you're kind of going into his mode, right? You're about to be around him a lot. How has it been working with him early on?
Oh yeah, Coach Flint, and his staff, they do an amazing job. You know, with the GPS tracking, everything that we do is tracked. They know how fast we run, our max velocities. In the meeting room, they bring up the whole chart of max velocity and max speed to see who's really running for real, who's really you know, straining and stuff like that. So, but in the weight room, they do a great job of managing our bodies, and you know, everything's more of a speed instead of, you know, how much you can lift.
Yeah.
Speed and technique. So that was just the adjustment that we had to get over. But other than that, man, they do a great job. They're here for us. We're getting more adjusted to them, more comfortable around the coaching staff. So they're doing a great job.
You saw your NIL, I guess, reputation go up during the season. Like you started making plays, and everybody's like, "Oh, we want to align ourselves with number 8." How has NIL affected you, and how do you handle it now going into another year of it? What's the impact that it's made on you?
NIL made a very great impact on me personally. You know, just being able to have a little bit more revenue in my pocket, you know, to manage. So, you know, you can just focus more on the field instead of, you know, worrying about any outside issues. So as you make more plays, you're going to make more deals, more money. But, you know, my still main focus is just trying to make the team better and hopefully possibly make it to the next level. And, you know, but, yeah, NIL is a great experience. You know, even Fanatics came in, gave us everybody, you know, the group licensing deal. So that's going to be pretty interesting seeing how that goes.
Absolutely. Looking forward to an 8 Ojulari jersey hanging up right there.
Yeah, most definitely.
In the studio, and you making money off of that.
Yes, sir.
Which is cool. What is the emphasis for you this summer? I know you'll probably be working out with your brother, who is an NFL guy, and being around back home a little bit where there's a bunch of pros. What are you trying to work on this summer?
This summer, you know, just more speed, more strength. You know, technique-wise, just getting back to my roots of, you know, just playing and just being able to be that dominant defensive player every week. But then when we come back in with the team, just being able to build team chemistry, just continue to build that tighter knit around the group. So, especially the defense, so we can be ready to go for camp. You know, camp is a whole different monster that you just got to be mentally ready for, not just physical. So those are really the goals.
I know you played high school football with Arik Gilbert, and it looks like he's got it. It looks like it's kind of starting to come together for him. I know everybody that saw him play. I know I'm pulling for him and hopes he gets it right, because he is a very unique talent. In fact, I saw a mock draft that had him going 7 and you going 8 next year. Have you talked to him? And it does seem like he's on the right track.
Yeah, the last time I talked to him, probably I want to say a few months. I probably got to give him a call, but he's looking great right now. I saw the spring game highlights and he was just dominating like he should, you know. But he's a great player, great student, great person. Just knowing him from high school, so I'm just glad to see him back on the field.
How good was y'all's high school team?
Jesus.
Yeah, we was
God.
we was loaded. In Georgia 7A, we won it all. Went on to win the national championship Geico game in Vegas. But we was pretty good.
Did what y'all were supposed to do.
Yeah, we
Sounds
did.
like.
Pretty good is an understatement over there, BJ.
The national championship in high school.
So semester finishes up next week?
Yes, sir.
And then when does off-season training start?
So summer school starts on the 23rd. If you're online, we don't have to be back until the 30th for off-season training.
Continue the hard work, bro.
Yes,
you
sir.
deserve all that's coming towards you, man, and it feels like you're running into a year where you are about to explode onto this scene and show off all that talent you got, and who knows, probably end up as a top 10 pick. Congratulations on all of it up to this point. Thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you guys for having me.
Always. BJ Ojulari, stand up and stand out LSU football player, stopping in this morning to give us a little update here on the end of the semester, back into spring football and some of the off-season goals for Ojulari and crew.